Assalamu alaikum. My name is Nida Mukhtar and my roll number is BP1650167. I belong to group number 29 and our group topic is lower gastrointestinal disorder. There are a number of lower gastrointestinal disorders. I will be covering ulcerative colitis. With the help of a small video, I would first like to explain what ulcerative colitis basically is. Ulcerative colitis is the inflammation of colon and rectum. As you can see that the colon and the rectum is inflamed due to ulcerative colitis. The mucosa, which is the protective layer, it becomes inflamed and it is no longer able to provide protection between the inner cavity and the surrounding tissue. As a result, the gut microbes which are present in the large intestine crosses the epithelium and causes the inflammation of mucosa. There are a number of symptoms that are associated with ulcerative colitis, which I will discuss it in the next slide. The symptoms of ulcerative colitis include diarrhea, often with blood or pus, abdominal pain and cramping, rectal pain, rectal bleeding, urgency to defecate, inability to defecate despite of urgency, weight loss, fatigue, fever, and in children, it can lead to failure to grow. Now, the risk factors. Who is likely to develop ulcerative colitis? People who are above 30 years of age are more likely to develop ulcerative colitis. Secondly, ulcerative colitis is more popular among the white population, but that does not mean that brown people don't develop ulcerative colitis. They do develop, but comparatively less. Lastly, if you have a history of ulcerative colitis, then you're at a higher risk of developing it. The drugs include mesalazine, hydrocortisone, osalazine, sulfasalazine, etc. Now let's start solving the case. Mrs. D has recently been admitted with an episode of acute severe ulcerative colitis. This is her third flare this year. This time she has a 5-day history of bloody diarrhea with abdominal pain. On average, she is opening her bowel 7 times a day. She is currently taking mesalazine 800 mg 3 times daily and prednisolone 20 mg daily. Mrs. D also has an elevated temperature of 38 degrees centigrade and a pulse rate of 92 BPM. Her biochemistry results are reported as sodium level, potassium, creatinine, urea, albumin, hemoglobin level, white blood cell count, erythrocyte sedimentation rate, and CRP. Now let us first highlight the key point of this case. She is suffering from acute severe ulcerative colitis. She is having bloody diarrhea from last 5 days. She is also having abdominal pain. Currently, she is taking mesalazine 800 mg 3 times daily and prednisolone 20 mg daily. Her temperature and her pulse rate both are elevated. We also see that albumin, erythrocyte sedimentation rate, white blood cell count, and CRP level are outside the normal ranges. Also, the potassium level is bit low. Now, the subjective. Her chief complaint is acute ulcerative colitis. She is having 5-day history of bloody diarrhea with abdominal pain. Ulcerative colitis is a lower GIT disorder. She is having all this from last 5 days. She is having a history of bloody diarrhea with abdominal pain and her bowel is opening 7 times a day. Her temperature and her pulse rate both are elevated. This is her third flare this year. Severity of her case is that she's also having hypokalemia, longer term malabsorption, increased pulse rate, and rise temperature. Now, objective. Objectives include vital signs. Temperature is 38 degrees Celsius, pulse rate is 92 ppm, potassium level is bit low, white blood cell count are elevated, showing that she is having infection. Erythrocyte sedimentation rate is also high. CRP is also high, and albumin level is low, showing that she is suffering from malabsorption. Now, assessment, that what we are going to assess from the objectives. We see that her potassium level is low. Low potassium level could be due to 2 reasons. Number 1 is diarrhea, and secondly, she is taking corticosteroid, which could be the reason of hypokalemia. Her low albumin suggests that she had long-term malabsorption. It is likely to take several weeks or longer to correct. Her erythrocyte sedimentation rate and CRP level are raised. The fact that she has an increased pulse rate and her rise temperature suggests that systemic disease. She is having severe condition. She need to hospitalize immediately. Plan. Obviously, she is having severe ulcerative colitis. So it means that she is unable to absorb any drug by oral route. So whatever we'll be giving through IV route, that is parenterally. Secondly, we will stop mesalazine. Mesalazine because mesalazine benefits only in mild to moderate flares of ulcerative colitis. So we need to stop mesalazine. Also, prednisolone should be replaced with full dose corticosteroid, most commonly intravenous hydrocortisone, 100 mg 4 times daily to control the inflammation. The usual dose is 2 to 4 mg per kg per day. It is given as infusion over 2 to 6 hours. When her condition stabilizes and she is discharged on cyclosporin 6 to 8 mg per kg per day. Secondly, we'll be prescribing her prednisolone 40 to 60 mg daily with a reducing course over several weeks. Cotrimoxazole 960 mg 3 times daily as pneumocytic. This we are giving this to prevent the pneumonia. And we'll be giving mesalazine 800 mg 3 times daily. This is all. Thank you so much.